Okay, always helps if you remember to put the tiller on when you start off in the morning. That's the second morning I've done that. Get everything else ready, get to put the tiller on. Bit important. Anyway, good morning. Today we're heading down through the Claydon Flight of locks. I think it's 8 locks, I'm not entirely sure. And back to Cropredy Marina. So if you're new to the channel, welcome. If you've been here before, welcome back. So the route is fairly simple today. Starting just north of Claydon, head south through a series of locks and then back to my home mooring at the Cropredy Marina. Shouldn't take too long. Now this is an interesting bridge, 144 coming up. We tried to walk over it last night to go up to the village of Claydon. More about that in the, well, it's either in the last video or it's going to be in this video. And according to the OS map, there's a footpath that goes over that bridge which crosses the footpath, which is the towpath, but unfortunately you cannot get up off the bridge to the towpath, which is just quite frankly annoying. Anyway, here we come up to the first lock of the day. First lock of the day. This is 5 locks at Claydon, descending a total of 30 feet and 6 inches or 9.3 meters. And one of the things I really like is the little sort of boat shed that's been converted into, I don't know, studio or something off our right here. And entrance into the lock there. Well, that's the first lock of the day done. As ever, my super secret camera shy lock helper is doing a sterling job. Second lock of the day. Beautiful weather again. It's a little bit windy though, which is a bit off. One boat just went through the lock and we've got one behind us as well coming down, so getting quite busy. Let's see if I can get into this lock any better than I did the one above. Particularly as we've got lock helpers on today. Okay, that's the second lock of the day done with the kind help of a couple of volunteers, and they were telling us about the restrictions that are coming in to conserve water on the Oxford Canal. Check the CRT website to see what they actually are. Cheers, thanks guys, have a good one.
Are you broadcasting live?
No. It'll be on YouTube at some point.
Oh, you're right.
Coming up to the third lock of the day, and again they've got lockers on, volunteers. I think this might be part of the preparation for the restrictions they're bringing in. They're just getting the locks manned and sorted out. I'd of course be completely wrong on that. The bridge ahead, 145, is the one we had to walk down to last night so that we could go up to the village of Claydon. Got the scores on the doors there for today. So far, 2 up, 2 down. We must be number 3. Okay, that's Claydon Middle Lock, our 3rd lock of the day done. Again with some helpers here, which has been great. And as I said earlier, if you want to get up to the village of Claydon, which is just over to our right here, you need to come down and cross over at Bridge 145 or go the other way. Bridge 144 is not really going to do it. You've got to go to Bridge 145 or 143. Cheers, thanks guys, have a good one. Looks like the next lock is ready for me, or will be by the time I get there. Excellent. Okay, 4th lock of the day, we're flying through these locks. This is Claydon Lock 20. No volunteers on this one. Right, that's Claydon Lock 20 done. That's the 4th lock at Claydon. And we've got one more, and then I think we get a bit of a cruise to the last lock, so we'll get a bit confused around here. Okay, into the last lock of 5 at Claydon. These narrow locks are really quite challenging. Okay, so that's the last of the Claydon lock done. This is Claydon Bottom Lock. It's coming up to Bridge 146. Now we've got a little run to our last 3 locks before the marina. Must remember to pick up the super secret camera shy lock helper before I go any further down the canal. May as well leave it, there's one just coming up. We left it all ready for you to go. No worries. Yep. There's helpers on 2 of them, or 3. Now got a bit of a run between locks, so we've just left Claydon Bottom Lock, and over here is one of the few sort of winding holes on the Oxford Canal. You don't find many of them, they seem to be scattered and far few between, sort of, yeah, it's odd. Makes planning a little bit difficult. Anyway, this is one of the winding holes. It's at just after Claydon Bottom Lock and just before Bridge 147. Excellent, my tea's arrived. Fantastic. And this time I've got my Club Biscuit. Wow. Spoilt. Ordered. A cup of tea and a Club Biscuit. Does it get any better? Okay, heading into the last of the 3 locks of the day and of this trip. First of the 3. Okay, here we go into the first of the last 3 locks of the day and of the trip. The last people to go through the lock were kind enough to leave it all set ready for us, which was good. And the super secret camera shy lock helper is out and ready to go. This is Elkin's lock, I believe. Correction, it's Elkington's lock, not Elkin's lock. Just at bridge 148. Wow, at Elkington's lock we've got a bit of a gusher going on just over there. Quite a leaky lock gate, that one. Okay, so that's Elkington lock done and bridge 148 coming up. 2 more locks to do. I'd still like to know, how these locks get their names. Thank you. Bridge 148. Okay, the penultimate lock of the trip. When we got here, it was empty, so we're just filling it up. There was nobody coming up, so just filling it up. And I'm hovering, and it's a question of what happens first. Do I get there before the lock's full, or does the lock fill up and the gates open just as I'm about to drift into it? I think this might just work. And my super secret camera shy lock helper is opening the gate, so yeah, worked. Brilliant. In we go. Another gushing lock. And that's lock 23, Varney's lock of the Oxford Canal done. Now on to the last lock of the day. And of this trip, unfortunately. Thank you. Okay, coming up to our last lock of the day and of this trip, and it's empty, so we just need to refill that. Unless there's somebody waiting to come up. But we can't see anybody on the lock, so it doesn't look like there is anybody waiting to come up. We're going to have to refill that before we can go down. Okay, here we go into the last lock of the day. Last lock of the trip. Broadmoor lock. And that's how a lock gate should be, not leaking at all. Okay, leaving the last lock, must remember to pick up a lock helper. I'll try and do that in the bridge gap here, bridge 150. I'll hover for you here in the bridge. Okay, that's the last lock done, and we are now approaching the marina. Oh, I lost my hat there. And we're now approaching the marina. And of course, just as I get anywhere near Cropredy Marina, the wind gets up. I lost count of the number of times on this trip when I spoke to people and sort of said, oh yes, my boat's Cropredy Marina. And they went, oh, the windy one. Does seem to have a bit of a reputation for being a windy one. Anyway, I think the wind's coming the opposite way from the direction it was the other week. I think it's coming from my right to left, so let's see how this one goes. Ah, that's slightly unfortunate timing. There's a boat just sort of at the entrance of the marina, and I need to sort of go wide left and swing around to my right, so hopefully they will... Yep, they're just passing the entrance, so by the time I get there, it should be okay for me to swing to my left and then do a hard right into the marina. Okay, so here we go. I've gone over onto the wrong side of the canal so that I get the best arc into the entrance of the marina down there. The staff have most probably heard me coming with this engine and are on high alert for some catastrophe to occur. And the wind is coming from my right to left, so it's blowing down into the sort of marina. So that's a novel angle for me. Let's see how this goes. Quick toot of my horn just in case anybody's coming out. Okay, looks like it's all clear to go in. Start the turn. Possibly a bit early on that. Can't believe that, just couldn't get it to come around. Think I turned too early. Think that's my worst entrance yet into the marina. Right, let's have a reverse out and have another go at it. I don't know, one of these days I'm going to get into the marina without making a complete hash of it. Okay, got the bow coming around. Let's go back. Right, take two. Whether or not I show that first attempt, I don't know. Done it again. I've turned too early. Well, finally got into the marina. Don't know what was going wrong there. Another day, another thing learned. Makes you appreciate why the walls are so battered getting into that into the marina. Right, now to get into my mooring spot. Always have trouble finding where I'm moored when I come in. Also, I think I got a new neighbour. Well, I definitely got a new neighbour. So I was looking for my old neighbour's boats and couldn't see them. And we've landed back in the marina. Well, thanks for watching this video, particularly if you watch it for this long. If you've enjoyed it, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up, a big like, and if you haven't done so already, please consider subscribing to the channel. And on the screen now you will see a QR code, and if you scan that, that'll take you through to the Grey Wagtail newsletter, which is completely free. There's also a link to it in the description. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.